outside, we inside, we everywhere. Welcome to my channel, Random. What's up, y'all? What the fuck, man? How y'all doing? Hope y'all had a great weekend. You already know how I get down, Mr. Beacatron. What up, folk? How y'all doing? How y'all living, man? You know, the morning, I'm gonna smoke this little Elski, let everybody get in, and let's talk our stuff, man. Have a good day. Everybody stay blessed. And once again, I hope you had a great weekend, man. But what up, folk? They dollar, man. We in this building, man. What's popping? Gang, nigga. Shoot a nigga face off early. Christy! Good morning, good morning. What up, Chris? What's going on, Christy? How you doing? Hope you had a good weekend. What's going on, Ethan? What's popping, everybody? Hit me with the thumb, E. Let me know everybody in here with them thumbs. What's going on, Ethan? Hope you guys had a great weekend. Sorry, Saturday, Sundays, I already tell people I take them days off, got to do family shit. But if you haven't seen my videos, man, we went shopping for Sweet 16 dresses, and it's all good, Ethan. I know you got class, I know you got stuff, but once again, let's give it up, Ethan, and talk your car shit, Ethan. Let's talk that car stuff, Ethan. What's going on, man? And if you guys don't know, hit me up, man. I got these boys going for almost 20, you know what I'm saying? What up, y'all? If y'all need these, let me know. I'll place an order and then have them shipped out to you guys. But this is the money cap, man. You guys need this bad boy in your crib. You know what I'm saying? It might be 20 plus, whatever shipping and all that nonsense. But let me know, man. I'll hit you guys up with the cat, man. Let me know if you guys want the cat. And then I put my little signatures, they dollar. So holla at me, holla at your boy, man. And yeah, man. I hope everybody had a good weekend. But what's popping, everybody? Everybody good? Y'all good? Ethan, hit me with the thumb, E. Are you going live tomorrow? Yo, Monday through Friday. Christy, no? What's going on, Christy? Hope you had a good weekend. You know what I mean? We worked all weekend on the new crib. That's what's up. You mean crib or baby crib? Crib. Hey, what up? I hope everything good though, Christy. Glad you did your little weekend stuff. But I'm back, you know what I mean? I do my Monday through Friday, Ethan, 10 to 11, 12ish. But yeah, man, that's what's up. No babies. Shout out to Christy in the new crib, man. That's what I want to hear. I want my audience to do better, do good, not even do better. You know what I mean, Christy? I'm glad, I'm happy that you're, you know what I mean, expanding and just, it's something about the new crib you know what I mean? When I was younger, there was always something about opening all the closets, seeing whatever. I don't know. There's something cool about moving into different or new cribs. But congratulations once again. And I'm glad you're happy, Christy. Stay, never change, you know what I mean? Never let these fucking people change, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. But I'm happy, strong arm, have a great day, stay blessed. And what's going on, Ethan? You're welcome, Christy. Let's talk that Corvette, Ethan. Yo, Ethan, I'm gonna post a video with all these old school 1967s, 57s, 60s, 80s. Like, yo, when I tell you California, they take care of their old cars and they show them off properly, man. And I love low riders. I love the culture. Yeah. How was your weekend? Everything was good, man. So if you don't know, I have a video up. We went to they call it the Fashion District in Los Angeles, right? So I felt very home because it felt like Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Got my jewelry cleaned a little bit. Um, and yeah, the girls were doing their thing, going store to store, looking for dresses. These things are 1,500 to 3,000. You know what I mean? So we got a nice 1,800. But long story short, man, she's just looking for a good dress. I'm not gonna tell you guys the color, but it was amazing, beautiful. In fact, I'm just gonna say it was a nice black dress. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm being Zay and I'm stepping up the role to, stepdad. You know, a lot of times, a lot of men don't understand that. Like, you're not the dad, but you're also not nobody, right? So, you know, I want her to learn and watch how I treat her mother and how, there's still love out there. You know what I'm saying? And You know what I mean? I know things ain't work out, but it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Life is life. But she's a good girl, man, and we have fun. You know, we went to Chick-fil-A, we went to Boba. Shout out to Boba, man. If you don't know Boba, I went there and I got strawberry banana smoothie, you know, orange. I kind of want to get the Ford Raptor again. I know, yo, Ethan, let me tell you, when you said that the first time, all I said was the money issue because the Ford Raptor is about 70K. I don't know if you're getting it used or whatever, but the Ford Raptor is a dope and it's Ford. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Americano. But you know, if this is your first 100K, then you hurting my stomach, Ethan. But go with the Ford Fusion, stack up your paper, take care of that car, and then trade it in, whatever, and get your Ford Raptor. You know what I mean? Don't go too hard on your parents on getting you this truck, or don't be too hard on yourself if you can't get it. You understand? But that's a dope dream, man. If you get the Raptor, I want to see it, man, because I saw it up close, and it's a great automobile. Yeah, Christy. Yo, Nene, what's going on, man? You know, I say Nene, you know, this is just Zay, you know, I know a lot of people Nene, but yo, what up, Nene? How you doing, man? Hope everything good. Stay blessed. Hope you had a great weekend. I was just reiterating and telling folks that I went to Los Angeles with the fan band. She brought her friend, and we went to go see. We went to the fashion district so she could try on dresses for her sweet 16. You know what I mean? Because you know, I don't know if you don't know, but you know, the Mexican culture, how they do quinceañeras, and you know it's a big thing for women, you know what I mean, going into womanhood and you know becoming a woman. But you know, shout out to, you know, various cultures how they maneuver. But yes, you're gonna do, you know, a good Swiss 16, man. Good afternoon, what's going on, Last Beer? Now I remember Last Beer in the house on time. I hope you're doing good. Good afternoon, it's 10:23 where I'm at. What time is it where you guys are? Last Beer, Christy, Nene, Ethan. Like I said, it's 10:20 by the time I finish the sentence. 10:24, let's just give or take. But what's going on, Beer? One, two, three. What's going on, Beer? Good looking, good looking. That's sweet. She's going to have a blast. Thank you, Nene. Thank you, Nene. And of course, you ain't going to see me asking for cat. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We got to handle this and live life. 11:23, good. 12. I got you. I got you. Good looking, Nene. Oh no, you said 11:23 too, right? 11:23 because wait, 10. No, 10, 11, 12, 1, 1:23. Yes, man, a 3 hour difference. Yep. Yeah. What up, ma? How's everybody doing? Yo, can we talk about it or should we keep it hush? Like Black T says, the guy with the orange, right? Orange, Mr. Orange, we call him, right? Yo, did y'all not see that? It's every time I get off of fucking alive, or you know, I'm done having a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? uh Boom, they try to get at him again, man. And a lot of folks are saying, you know, false flag. I don't care what it is, man. All I know is they are head hunting Mr. Orange, man. We talking like Reservoir Dogs, right? Mr. Orange and shit. What up? Good looking, Black. Thank you, Christy. Incubus in the crib, man. Of course, with those flagrant questions, man. Are you a goofy? Bye. Good looking, Christy. That's the third attempt. That's the third, man. Talk to me. So the first, which is the second was the ear, or was that the first? Damn, the third? Yes, you ain't lying. It is the third. It is the third. Motherfuckers be hating my ladies. Yo, she be going on Google. No, nigga, she just knows shit. Shut up. Psst, fuck out of here, man. But that's the third attempt, man. Talk to me. So the first was the ear. Yo, mind you, people don't understand. Yo, my man did this. That little movement saved him from getting his shit blown off, JFK style, man. You know, no disrespect, you know. Once again, got the kiddies in the building. Kiddies in the building. I know you guys could get these online, you know what I'm saying? But hit me and I'll get you one. Throw the signature, a little note in there if it's $8 the holler. But that's the third attempt, man. That is crazy. Good looking on the thumbs up, y'all. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody had a great weekend. Thank you for rocking with me, random. And you know what I'm saying? We outside, we inside, we everywhere, man. I hope everybody once again had a great weekend. Did anybody see Michael Jackson movie, man? And you know what's bugged out? Talk to me. Is everything good? We good, right? You know what's bugged out? I saw immediately reviews trying to say like the movie wasn't good or something. And I'm like, there we go, trying to hate. Yo, what up, Zane? What up, Trey? What up? Hit the gym. Is that Trey or what up, Zane? How you doing, Zane? I'm number one attempt here in PA. Trey is inevitable. It is. What up, Trey? Yo, hope you had a great weekend, man. I am going to hit the gym, pa. Definitely now. You know they headhunting Orange, man. Mr. Orange, man. We gonna talk like Reservoir Dogs. You can call me Mr. Spanish. Now let me stop. Trey. But damn, that's the third attempt, man. Attempt in PA too. You working out, Trey? That's what's up. I love my audience. I dig you guys so much. But what else, man? There was a lot of stuff going on, man. Shout out to Corey Guns. He got a cool I think it's WFYR. Check out that freestyle. Amazing if you ask me. Corey Guns, the son of infamous Peter Guns. But I'm trying to formulate Michael Jackson movie once again, random. Let's talk about it. I just wanted to say that I saw a lot of reviews that were just hating on it. You know what I mean? And yo, they did a side by side rendition of the Thriller joint in 80 something, and then the 2026. Yo, beautifully. Shout out to that choreography class. Shout out to all of them, man. This shit was like, woo! Shout out to MJ, baby. Good looking, good looking. Keep up the grind, Trey. Word, man. Now that's a fact, according. I'm never gonna not knock that man. Shout out, amen, amen, man. You know what I mean? Maybe that's another reason I stopped going on Sundays because I used to get a lot of like, you know what I mean? But what up, folk? How everybody doing, man? I hope everybody doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like I already said, that MJ movie was pretty dope. Um, from what reviews said. There's a lot of cool shit. Like I feel like it's the movie that obviously didn't have any of the other the Edo. I don't want to say that, Peter, whatever. They didn't have none of that nonsense in it. It was 40 years of this man, and the beginning, the opening sequence is his dad pushing them when they were kids. So it's pretty cool, man. It's dope that there was a family that, even though the way he did it, a lot of us don't consider that a good way of raising kids. But mind you, every one of those kids became successful, man. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna respect the nigga that says baby in front of their name. Yo, hold this L, nigga. Goofy ass. What up, Trader? Little Trader, what up, man? Long time no see. Yo, did you add edits? What's going on, little Trader? What's that? You want a PFP? But yeah, man. Like I said, I had a good weekend, man. We bugged out. We was out there. Yo, random once again, man. As soon as we got off the exit to get into Los Angeles, man, there was a fucking helicopter going around, and then they had what you call it? There was a big accident. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Yo, Nene, I'll hit you with the site for 3.99 if you want. But I was just I'm just a supporter. So long story short, while we were driving to Los Angeles on Saturday, we were playing Billie Jean and all his joints, you know what I mean? Like, yo, shout out to MJ, man. He really was, man. Like, have you heard about the joint? Yeah, Ethan. I tried to mention it a little bit, but when Nene and Christy told me that somebody's page got messed up, sometimes, a lot of times folk don't understand how far your reach can go. And if you're deliberately saying stuff that can change folks' mind state, I guess YouTube, they're on it like that. You know what I mean? Especially if you're saying things about certain groups. And that's why when people be like, what do you think about the war? I'd be like, yo, I don't know, man. I think we shouldn't have done it, but it is what it is, baby. Let's talk. Let's talk about baby. Let's talk about and me. Let's talk about all the good things, bad things that can be. Let's talk about. Let's talk about. Yeah, what up, my niggas? But yeah, man, it was just a crazy weekend. You know what I mean? And you know what bugged me out more was that the fact that obviously everybody's we're talking about the shooting and stuff like that, but the bigger picture was these people went and had a fucking party while we're suffering. Once again, they had an extravagant dinner where all these ballers, Dana White was in the building, a lot of fucking people, right? You know what I'm saying? And we're over here deciding milk or eggs, and they're bugging out. And this is what I told people when they had a dinner last year when the EBT crisis was happening. They had a and I forgot the theme. They had a themed dinner and motherfuckers are struggling out here. So yeah, you know what I mean. And you know, of course, he had a manifesto written already. Every one of us that hate Trump and wanna, we got to write a manifesto. No way. Which one? It wasn't Janet, right, Ned? Was it Janet or was it the other one? Who was it? Toria. What's going on, Handle Big Fish? How you doing, pa? Oh, somebody got my pickup. That's cool. That's wild. People are taking my pick now. I feel important now a little bit. But Christy, somehow take a picture and I don't know how you can send it via YouTube. I don't know, but that's messed up, man. You know what I mean? It's staged, bro. Yo, I have to go see ya. What's going on, Ethan? I'll be on tomorrow. Yo, Ethan, have a great day, pa. Yo, if you come pop up again, have a great one. I hope you get that raptor, man. Shout out to Ethan. Have a good day, man. Stay blessed. And yeah, man, maintain your schooling, man, if that's what you're doing. But see you tomorrow, Ethan. I promise you, tomorrow. The one I deleted, the one that called you goofy. No way. You can click the message and it'll come back. No way. The baby kid? No way. Is that me with the glasses or something? Yo, people are diabolical, Breezy. That's wild, right? I feel famous, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm just a regular Spanish dude. For real, man. But thank you, Christy, for bringing that to my attention. You know what I'm saying? Salute from Boston. Yo, what up, Adam? Yeah, best city in the U.S. Shout out to Boston, Massachusetts. And yo, if you can't say Massachusetts, get out of here. Imagine that's a thing. Like there's a long line and it goes, can you say Boston, Massachusetts? Okay, Boston, Massachusetts. Get away! Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, man. Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Shout out to you, Adam. What up, man? Good looking. Good looking. I don't know, Christy, but the doctor won't be coming back. That's all I find. Everything. Everything. I got him. I got you. You don't think I got power? I does. Shout out to you, Nene. You kidding me? I missed it. Damn. You are amazing, Nene. Yeah, Nene is, man. But what up, everybody? What else happened, man? We did have a wild weekend. Yo, my man told me a long time ago there was a concert. It was Busta Rhymes, Split Star, his little partner, and Ashanti. Guess who got paid 50 bands and guess who got paid 20? Yeah, Ashanti, shout out to you, man. I didn't even know that, but I heard those were like the pricing, you know what I mean? But Busta's one of those that he could guess in the paper though. I don't, you know what I mean? And I heard Busta Rhymes performances. I think I seen one, so he's a stage performer, you know what I mean? He'll give you a good show at his age too. Here in Massachusetts and Boston, a whole different thing. For real? So Boston, so it, Boston is the what? Not the state. Um, where is Boston? Is it Massachusetts is the state, right? I forgot, man. I'm high. But yeah, man, that Michael Jackson movie was dope. You know what I'm saying? We saw a lot of cool shit. We're finishing there's a TV shit series called From, which is pretty cool. What's going on, Justin? The capital. Thank you, Justin. See, you know what? Thank you, yo, Justin. Good looking, man. The city is Boston, Massachusetts, and stay homeboy. Thank you, Adam. You know what I mean? No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I always had like a cool group of Irish guys that came from Boston, and they were always cool as hell with me. Long story short, I went to Boston. I've been to Massachusetts too. Um, uh yeah, I guess Massachusetts, like you said, is the state, and then Boston. But I forgot we went somewhere in Massachusetts that, long story short, it's always cold where we used to go. My dad's brother was, and but yeah, I've been to Boston, and there's a section that they still have these bricks from like 1800, 17 something, still bricked up. That's where they filmed that the movie about the damn man, I'm missing a lot of shit, but that movie where they robbed the bank, and really dope movie, man. I really liked it too. I think Affleck was in it. Haverhill's where it's at. Lawrence Haverhill. That's what's up. What up, GTA? Hope you having a good day, man. But thank you, Adam. I appreciate that, man. Nah, well, it was it wasn't Heat, but good looking on that. Remember that movie? It was like it was in 2000 something, and they robbed like a baseball thing, and Affleck was in it. It was a dope ass movie, but yeah, I heard it was based on a real story, man. Boston get popping, man. Whitey Bulger and the crime boss from Boston. Yo, remember Bulger, man? They caught that man like 60 years later. He was chilling in Florida, man. He's dead too, man. I don't want to say RP, but yeah, man, human life is still, you know, he just moved how he moved. And a lot of folk don't understand that. Like in the 60s, 70s, there was like a law within a law in Boston. There was its own, you had the Irish mafia, the Italianos. There was a lot of stuff going on, man. Basically the strong survived over there. Keep the good vibe, bro. Have a great day. Yo, Adam, you too, man. Stay blessed, and I hope you had a good weekend. And if you want, see you tomorrow, man. I'm always on here from like 10 to 11, man. But thank you, thank you. Good looking on the thumbs up, and thanks for the support. I don't think so. Nope. I think then they're gonna be like, nope, the bigger NO, man. She said that was Amy, as she looked up her info. I said, for real? There's certain people you just don't play with, man. But shout out to everybody, man. Once again, Adam, have a good one, man. Good looking, man. But I forgot that movie, Christy. Does anybody remember that movie where Ben Affleck and a bunch of these guys, and they had cool masks, and it was in Boston. They robbed. Damn, man, it had like one word, I think. You know how YouTube be doing. But yeah, once again, man. Every time I get these silence calls, man, let me tell you, that Michael, man, Michael. When I look back on it and when I listen to his music again, man, it was like, wow, yeah, people. Yo, the internet can breed a particular type of human that isn't good, man. Like these trolling type characters, like it's almost a blessing that Nan happens to have these resources because there's a lot of crooked shit going on, man. Obviously scams. Remember I told you guys about the guy, 1.7 million old man. That was his life savings. Some AI told him to invest it and got him. And yo, the video they were doing FaceTimes with this Asian lady, like sexy looking, and he fell for the alley oop, man. Be careful out there, man. But it's always good to like really, I remember growing up, like a lot of folk used to be like, I know your IP. Like this was like a little threat, like a fake threat. I know your IP address and where you live, right? Because that just that those numbers give everything up, man. And folk used to get scared. And there's a guy that does this, is really creative, man. He does it for gaming. So a lot of times, people be gaming and they racist and say crazy shit. He finds their IP and goes, yo, I know you, whatever, man. It's not like an African dude, but it's cool as shit. Cool as shit, cool as shit. But she says she's innocent. Yeah, nobody innocent, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's the energy you give, man. A lot of folk behind closed doors, you don't know what they truly doing. And a lot of times they are up to no good. And I'm not saying everybody, but in this situation, it's like creating a whole different um like identity, man. Like that's what exactly was. She created a whole identity based on this character or this person that just to have this, doctor. I'm like, yo, it is crazy, man. Once again, I'm a scientist, man, and I'm a quadrillionaire. I'm a gajillionaire. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I just want to make sure that this thing doesn't tank out on us. Cause you know how I dig y'all. I can have just two people in the room, man, and I'm gonna, do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I let time go, let people come in, and you gotta like. There's something about that. There's something about you know. I don't know if Nene knows this. I would say she does, just because of the limo company. But there's something about the like you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep doing. You gotta no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Just keep. You know what I'm saying? Try to get to that line and just I don't know, stay focused, stay pushing. She was in prison and her sister just got out after 10 years. Damn. Then they got some information. Yo, everybody, good looking on a thumbs up, man. We got five already, you know what I'm saying? We got 25 minutes in. And I appreciate everybody, man. I hope everybody had a good weekend. But once again, be careful who you talk to, be careful how you talk to them, because a lot of folk have resources that they could basically find where you are, man, or where you at and what you're doing. And it's just, yo, people don't understand how much information. Why you think data rules all? Why you think these companies fight so hard and give us like little freebie things, and they just want your information, man? Because information could, it speaks a lot. If I know you just came home, if I know you're a klepto, if I know you like Starbucks, if I know you like certain movements, a lot of folk have a routine. That's why a lot of hitmen, do what they got to do. No, whatever, you know what I mean. That's why people know where people are moving, let's just say. And I told everybody random, one of the craziest things I saw was there was this car. It looks like the way Wamu, the car that self drives itself, right? It goes around lots, and it takes pictures of everybody's license plate, regardless of if you're paying your insurance or not. And then they put it in a database, and then they give him the list of people that are late on their payments, and they and next thing you know, yo, the tow truck will be waiting at the Dollar Tree before you get there, because they know your movements. Every Wednesday she come here, boom, boom, stolen, not stolen, but thank you. They can't even send me ads, cat. What up, D-Lo Brown? Didn't think allowed to send those kind of ads. That's wild. People are crazier than back in the day. She's a scammer and meth addict. Yo, and let me tell everybody, man, when you're dealing with a drug, hold on, Christy. I have a cousin that ordered a dog tags from Amazon. He made a wild story. He was in the military. He told other that he was, like, started to believe in his own lies. And that's the what I, yo, and I love those videos when where there's like a real sergeant or real, because yo, you got platoons, you got, yo, when they go, I'm from so and so, right? It's a real thing. Yo, this is where I was based, this is where I left. And then you can't even lie. So if you're like, yo, I was at this base at in 203, he gonna be like, in '03, nobody was at that base, liar. You know what I'm saying? Like this, they really into their stuff. And why are you perpetrating to be pretend you in the army or marine, or that you served? And it's just wild, man. And I know the respect and things that come with it is like, yo, so just do it, man. Or but what's good, blood? What's going on, OG Bigfoot? How you doing, pa? Hope everything good in your life, man. Hope you had a good weekend. What's going on, D-Lo Brown? What's popping, man? Thank you for the thumbs up. Thanks for the respect. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folk, I already know a lot of characters, a lot of folk out here. You know what I'm saying? We real people. So thank you guys for the respect, and I appreciate everybody. But yeah, man, be careful how you talk, be careful how you move, man, and stop perpetrating. It's okay to be you. And that's why in my day, I'm an 80s baby. It was good to, like, extend your resume, to always keep moving, always keep motion, always keep that, like you guys say motion. We were like, always stay motivated, always stay hustling, always stay moving, right? And that was a reason, and that was so when years later pass, you could be like, yeah, I was doing this. I wasn't just sitting on my ass, man. I don't have to create a whole persona to pretend I'm something that I'm not. You understand? But salute to everybody, man. And let's talk about that meth. Meth is a wild one, man. I don't know if it goes in the realm of crack to me, meaning it's a cheap, it keeps you up for fucking 1,000 years. I heard, like, yo, it's diabolical, man. And I don't know, man. Like, it just the fact that I remember back in the days. I think it was like 20 years ago. They used to have this thing on the internet. It was this lady, and it showed her progression every time she would get locked up. Her what they call that, whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The picture, you know what I'm saying? But long story short, her progression was nasty. Like, it makes you scratch, all type of craziness, man. But it's almost like that movie when a scary movie where the guy dies and he's like, "Nigga, let me hit that too." You know what I'm saying? Supposedly when mugshot. Thank you, Jay Mitch. Yo, what up, Jay Mitch? Hope you had a good weekend. Looking on coming through. You know what I'm saying? What up, Frank? Yo, what's going on, LM? What up, Frank? How you doing, pa? Good looking, man. Always be true to yourself, Frank. And you already know, man. You already know, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with being you, man. That's why you have to do things. You know what I'm saying? So you don't feel like you're not contributing or you're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care if you in working in and out. I don't care if you in Dollar Tree. It's just stay busy. Because there's gonna be a time where you're not gonna be so busy because of age, the way, and then you're gonna be like, damn, I didn't do anything, man. Um, yeah, I appreciate you, Deshaun. Us older ones are the ones that really had to grind. Yeah, these youngsters can make it easier. Look on the internet. I'm not a fan of this channel. Sonny, always, yo, Sonny, stay coming through, man. Good looking, Sonny. You're not a fan, but you definitely be in the crib, though. Good looking, man. Thanks for your view, man. But yeah, man, a lot of that are attacking me right now. I'm telling you, they got that I call it the mirror complex. They can't stare in that mirror, man, because who they see is not who they give in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always tell folks, just be you, man. And I love that this shiesty always throws people off, man. Look at this. I'm wearing a regular shirt with the chain. Let me put the chains in, you know what I'm saying? But with the camouflage, and folks just lose their mind, man. What up, homie? What's going on, Big Epstein? Good afternoon. What's going on, Frank? Good looking. But yeah, man, a lot of folk are afraid to stare in that mirror, man. And that's why I'm telling you guys now, if you want any advice, yo, there's no work. Just keep looking, man. And if the internet ain't working, go into a shop, man. If you happen to be somewhere where you got, less corporations and more mom and dad pop shops, go in there, man. See if one of your friends are that are working. That's why it's good to be in a circle of people that are active, so you could just ask your friend, yo, they hiring in Home Depot? Yo, let me get that gig real quick, please, man. I need this. There's nothing wrong with saying I need help, man. So, that's why I always tell folk, make sure your circle is positive of people doing things in this world. You don't want to be stagnant. Time goes by. Next thing you know, you 30 years old, still on the couch, smoking a blunt, and like, what the hell happened, man? You've been sliding for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Frank. Looks are deceiving for real, man. Checked out the Jackson movie. I recommend it. Frank, I told people, recommend it, man. Good looking, Frank. What's going on, pa? Yeah, Sarah, I definitely did, man. I definitely did. Yeah, a lot of folk, yo, and it's wild because look how they talk, right? Very immature, very low education. So of course they can't network. They don't even know how to speak to each other. They don't even know how to speak to each other. You just meet somebody and the first thing they say, you cooked. Yo, what up, Unc? You cooked. What? Coming from people that never worked a day in their life, they telling you that you ain't doing. Yo, they always like to tell you, somebody that was on this earth doing they most, doing the best, and putting in that work. They telling you how to live. Isn't that wild? And meanwhile, in my day, it was you respect your elders. So we never used to talk older folk. We never used to do that. We used to back talk our elders, man. What's going on, Viet? What up, Lou? How you doing, Lou? What's going on, TCP? Love you too, pa. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Good looking on the motion. Thank you for the conversations. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking my ish, man. I really think, yeah, Frank. Yo, Frank. And somebody gonna be like, yo, you glazing, son. Yo, look at pause. Yo, pause, Frank. Get out of here, man. It was a thing to respect your elders, man. Italianos used to kiss each other on their cheek, man. Mafia niggas that put people in the ground, man, kissing the balls. Yo, how you doing, pa? Now you cursing your mother out. You cursing your father out. You cursing your grandmoms out. You don't pay rent. You don't work. You don't do nothing. And you think you got this mouth? Something got to go, man. Something got to give, man. And it does start at home, everybody. We can't blame teachers no more. It starts at the house. Love your kid. Tell them to come home at 6 o'clock when the lights have some type of structure. When you don't have structure, the kid's going to run rampant, man. You can't control things is going to be crazy for you. Everybody know busy hating on being jealous instead of being mentored. No, JRV. The only time, my mom used to kiss me on my cheek, man. That's why, I blame Game of Thrones because you guys got this weird incest shit. Kissing your moms in the lips and, you know, all type of like, no, that's a no-no, man. You know, I used to get kissed on my forehead a lot. You know what I'm saying? That was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, ¿cómo está, primo? You okay? Uncle used to kiss you, papa. But I tell you, in the Spanish culture, it was a lot of kissing. My uncle would kiss me, my grandfather, before he left, you kissed him on his cheek. I swear on everything, man. And it wasn't no homo and none of that nonsense. It was just respect for your elders, man. Those poor mothers in this generation. Yeah, man. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, TCB. But yeah, man, look, I'm not yelling. I'm not trying to tell you guys that all of you guys are doing the wrong thing, but look up to your parents, man. You don't have to look up to little Yachty or this person or that person. Look up to the people that are paying the bills in the house. Look up to the people that are helping you as much as they can in this dysfunctional world, man. And I do give grievance to parents like, yo, I understand, man. You working two jobs, you come home, you can't really, daycares and babysitters are costing you 1,000 a week if you know what I'm saying, all type of crazy numbers. So I understand, man. Yo, you walked into a house, you greet everyone before leaving and coming in. Yes, Frank. I word the mother, Frank. Si usted estaba latino, mira, tú entras a la casa y mira, abuelito primer, ¿cómo está? Abuela, dame beso, ¿cómo está? En todo gente estaba viejito, dame beso, oh, ¿cómo está, primo? ¿Cómo está, mi? Hey, how are you doing, papi? Hey, you know what I'm saying? It was love, man. And everybody got respect. Everybody got kissed. I don't care if it was the drunk uncle that after, when it got 11, 12 o'clock, he was acting, he was having fun with the beer. But in the beginning of that day, you came up, hey, ¿cómo está? Yo, Uncle V, ¿cómo está, primo? Yo, papi. Everybody, yo. And it was just, and I understand, man, like, times change and stuff like that. But yo, there was something about just respecting your elders. We never called somebody unk. We then was like, yo, you too old, you cook. Yo, old man, you cook. Yeah, that old man cooked. Yeah, that old man had his house. That old man paid his car note. His car was paid off. That old man helped, my mom's, drive wherever she needed to go because my mom's didn't drive. There was a thing back then where, a lot of women didn't drive. I don't know, my mom's didn't, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, abuelito, grandpa with fucking, drivers everywhere, man. Nah. Some dad never did that, man. Have a good day though, man. What's going on, Just? What's going on, Just? That's a fact. A lot of women are single because the expectations exceed their most men make. That's a fact, Nene. Let's talk about it. Cooked. Yup. Let's go, Erica. All of the OF women think they deserve to be taken care of. Yup. Hey Zay, great to see you. What's going on, Fire? How you doing, man? Take care, take care. Hope you had a good weekend. Samuel, yeah, you did. You called everyone old just like they do now, Lionel. What? That makes no sense, bro. Yo, Frank, let's talk to this little hater, man. No, you didn't. You didn't go up to grandpa and say, oh, in fact, saying the word oh, nobody used to do that, Goofy. You guys do that now. You guys call anybody who's 27 unk. You call a nigga who's 25 unk. Some nigga turned 23. You cooked. The fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Y'all gone in the head, man. You think you have all the answers. You talk before you think, and then you end up like you right now looking stupid. No, we never used to call people old, man. We used to really respect our elders, man. I'm telling you. And it didn't have to be family. Your teacher, you respected because of the age gap. You respected the lady that worked at the pharmacy. You respected the lady that worked at the bakery. You just respected, man. That's the thing. You guys only respect people that got paper, and that's not how the world works, man. You just gotta respect your elders. We've been here and we've been grinding and we survived longer than you guys. You guys are dropping like flies. Shootings, STDs, fucking just, and you have all the knowledge in the world and you guys are dying. You guys look like you're 40 and you're only 22. Stop the cap. Stop it. They think in their 11s. Yup. Back in the day, respect was a natural thing. You would get slapped, talk to elders like that. The fact, TCB, not like a pedo who thinks like that. That's a fact. And let me just say this blank, straight up. You guys have anger in you. If you need a hug, yo, call whatever Uncle Zay. I'll give you that hug, man. You guys have a lot of anger in you over weird shit too, like because divorce was happening with us too. So we had single parenting. We had, like I said, my mom's. I met my stepdad. So but at the end of the day, we called them. I called him my dad. I gave him that respect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, times, yeah, you could say times, you know what I'm saying? But there was a singular thing that we did, and it was called respecting each other that you guys lack. You got a minute to think something useful to say. Yeah, man, you gotta, yo, think about it. Your being, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your name is, like life is too short, man, to always be angry, to always think that you're gonna get a joke out of something. This room is my channel, which is filled with good folk, which means we don't like when people come in and try to trope. So what happens is you gotta hit the fucking road. You understand? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, a lot of folk like to be the star in other people's movies, and that's not how life works, man. You gotta work hard and you gotta save and get to the paper. I didn't tell you to buy 17 Labubus. I didn't tell you to buy the red bottoms that cost 4 bands. We didn't tell you to get a Balenciaga scarf just so you could look like a goofy in Coachella. We don't say that. We tell you save your money, go get you a champion sweatsuit and call it a day, man. Thank you, TCB. Good looking, man. Yeah, the Juro. What's going on, Panthic? Hope you had a good weekend, pal. Let me see Frank, man. I hold the doors open. I don't expect nobody to say anything because they can't even say thank you. But you say sir or man to people, you don't know. That's exactly what it was going on, Dom. Thank you for rocking with me, Dom. Thank you, Juro, for the sub. Good looking, everybody. I appreciate you guys for real, man. You know? And I'm just talking, my experience and how I lived and how I think other folks should live because it didn't hurt me growing up being like this. It was really cool trying to be a good person. And like Frank said, we're not holding the door waiting for the thank you. Yeah, good looking, yo. Yo, thanks for the yo, you saved my life. No, we don't expect that, man. We just do it to do it, man. Old lady, like a couple of groceries fall out her bag. Yo, you okay, miss? Yo, here. Yo, where's your car? You want me to walk you to the car? Like, and it's just simple. It don't take all your life. 2 minutes just to help somebody. 50 seconds just to open a door for a family of five. It's not killing you, man. It's not going to. What is going to kill you is when you're talking about smoking on dead people. You know what's going to kill you is acting like you the bad man in every city. Yo, we got to start acting like, yo, man, I don't get it, man. Like I said, I think there's a lot of anger resonating in a lot of this youth, and I want to know where it's come from, man. Why are you so mad? Is it because the world wasn't easy like you thought it was gonna be? When you thought you were gonna graduate and there was gonna be a job lined up right there. Boom! Yay! 1, 2, 3. Nah, man. Yo, you know my parents started with a little studio, one bedroom, then a basement, then we built up to the like you got to work up to it, man. You can't just be like I'm 17, I want the Tesla truck and all this stuff. You got to work, man. Ooh, back in the day, we were not afraid of everybody in Texas. We have to watch our back because there's no respect. Brothers and sisters, we were, but now, yeah. And yo, we used to have movies. We used to have so many things that perpetuated or, um, initiated the growth of each other, the brother and sisterhood within each other. It really did that, man. But now there's just so much anger. You can't even say hi. You can't even explain yourself to some of these people. They rather just shoot you and talk later. And it's just weird. And then when they go to jail, they start crying. It's like, yo, I'm telling you now, if you do something wrong, you're going to go to jail. And there's people in jail that like suckers like you. Not my audience, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah, man, whatever y'all guys are saying, you know what I'm saying? Whatever world you live in, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. You guys, you know how your generation talk? You guys talk like my coin wallet. It's like a phrase. Happy river fucking that you guys are it's like, yo, it's like trying to solve a riddle every time. Yo, yo, you cook, man, you glazing and the phasing and amazing and the chasing. What? You have to talk coherently. You have to talk like we used to say you articulate what you're trying to say. Articulate means you break down. So before you just spew anything that comes out your mouth, which is I understand because you guys are typing, so it's not you're not thinking. You understand me? So you have to think and let it filter either here, your brain, or wherever your soul. Let it just get a little filter check, and then you say what you gotta say. A lot of folks just be like out of their mind, man. And I understand they really lost it and they mad. My audience, they're mad. You know why I smile and laugh? Because they mad. We grew up where we had fun times, man. You guys ain't gonna have fun, and I'm happy now for that, man. Keep talking your mumble jumble. Make me understand where you guys and who you are. You know? Thank you. I appreciate that. You think you gonna ruin this room? Nah, I got a lot of key figures in here that are just we on ours. You know what I'm saying? We on our grind, man. Even YT is scary, so flu. Yep, few great lives with serious minds protecting the good. Thank you, Fire. That's why I made certain people. Frank. I should have done made Frank one. I get it. Yep. You would be surprised how long thank you or just a pat on the back goes a long way, man. And I told Frank, they need a hug, man, a warm hug, man. I bet it'll change a lot of folks' minds, man, and how they thinking and how the fake perpetrating and the fake gangster shit they do. Yup. And yo, Nene, the sad thing is the teacher, just so she doesn't deal with the fucking the breakdown that they're gonna give the teacher if they say put your phone away. Yo, can you put your phone away? Please. It's like, what the fuck is going on with y'all? Yo, I'm so happy I'm at the finish line. You know what I'm saying? Another 30, 40, and I'm out of here, man. I'm so happy, man. They can't even go to the bar to just chill, D-Lo. They can't even be in the same room with each other. There's so much hate. And as soon as they see somebody that's older or they just pile on dumb shit, they know the world so well, but they all fucked up. You know what I mean? Make it make sense, man. Yup. It's that TikTok app. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lou. Dangerously addictive. It is. And that's a good part, man. That's a good perspective. You know, I don't try to just shit on, the younger folk, but that is a good perspective. You guys do have a lot of distraction shit to just get you out of here. But my thing is, we were outside making sure we didn't get distracted, you know? Make some good friends when you're younger. Stop burning bridges, and I promise you life will be a little bit better, man. Yeah, your family here, fire. The awakening is upon us. Thank you, TCB. being a light brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot, TCB. It was going on, Tony. ¿Cómo está, Tony? How you doing, pa? It's weird. It is. It is. Painter. What's going on? I hope everybody had a good weekend. Thank you for rocking with me. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the love, everybody. Good looking. What up, Dom? What does that tube for the weed do, man? Oh no, the tube is I clip it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having it burn, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I'm in places where, let's say I'm outside. A lot of folk don't smoke cigarettes like me no more. You know what I mean? So instead of just letting the cigarette burn, and I just put it in this little tube, and I doubled it. So one is for the weed and one is for the cigarette. You know what I'm saying? So there you go, Dom. I got you. I got you, Dom. Gangster was never good looking. Good looking, Lou. I appreciate you, Lou. You one of them ones, man. What's going on, Dollar? Oh, what's up, Hashana? How you doing, Pop? Yo, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. I'm just reading. I saw a huge black guy with a wig finally be able to use women's bathroom yesterday at the park. Stormy going to get him left. I cursed him out. Yeah, man. Yo, they allowed a lot of stuff to just look. If you're a grown man, we understand you're trying to be a female, but the little kids don't need to see you at the urinal. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because I heard a lot of times, first of all, women don't have urinals, right? But when you go, you see the guy standing like the trans, and it's like, girls don't need to be seeing that, man. People, vice versa. So it's just bugged out, man. It is, man. And go figure, even Stormy knew, right? Yo, Ned, even Stormy knew what's right and wrong, man. A dog, you heard? What's up, Hashana? How you doing? What's up, TCB? What up, Don? What's going on? Fire? What up, Nene? What up? What's going on, everybody? Let me go down the names, man. I got a couple cool new ones. What up, Luke? What up, Painter? You know what I'm saying? What up, Tony? TCB? I already D-Lo, Frank, just I just want to shout out everybody, you know what I mean? I hope everybody doing good. Enjoy the rest of your day, you know what I'm saying? But we still here, we still talking hours, you know. And yeah, the main format of this, today's little whatever stream, vlog, whatever, it's just like respect each other, man. Learn how to talk amongst each other, and things will get better if you do that. You know what I mean? Listen, morals and boundaries are at its all-time low. Yes, it's a disgrace sign of reality, truly doing a fruit loop. And it's funny, the more integrated we are with this technology shit, the worse we're getting. And I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought the technology was going to alleviate certain, daily tasks that you might have to, do or remember. And you know what I'm saying? So boom, and you could still live amongst, the humans. But instead they was like, nope, I don't even want to know you, man. And it's just wild, man. It's wild. Whatever voices are in your head, I don't understand what's going on but I pray something happens and there's a change. And you know what I like? I like the young kids that are buying CD players and vinyls, and they buying things that we used to do, you know what I'm saying? And they're growing up almost like us, you know what I'm saying? There's a similarity, you know what I mean? But no, but we don't want to change you guys. We don't want to, make you like us. We just are saying that there's love out there. There's a way to communicate with each other, so you're not always battling and debating. I feel like every time I talk to a young person, I'm debating. Like I can't even be like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, dog? Yo, can you move your car?" Yeah, but the car and the gravity and the longitude is like, yo, because of Donald Trump, and I don't like that. I can't even get hired, so my car is over here and it's over there, but it's not here. It's like, yo, I just said, can you move your car, my nigga? Like, yo, I don't need to know your ethnicity, your fucking gender. I don't need, yo, keep that over here. What's going on, Mighty? Yo, Kurt, man. What's going on, man? Frank, talk to me, Frank. Me and my go to dollar stores and buy toys and stuff, animals, and take them to hospitals. We love to put smiles. Yo, I could tell you one of them guys, man, Frank. You know what I mean? And you know what's sad? There's always somebody. No, you don't do that. Yo, my man said that's what he does. That's what he does, man. You understand what I'm like? Yo, good looking, Frank. I like hearing things like that, man. We all have to examine what we wish for. Yes, words are powerful. The energy you put out is going to come right back. Trust me. There's always a double-edged sword, man. It is. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't stand on your morals, you're always going to fall for dumb shit. So just be, you know, and we're not saying be a superhero. You know what I'm saying? Just get a job, do something regular, And one of my old heads, not even old heads, one of my peoples be telling me, out of sight, out of mind. You don't always have to be around, right? Because the more you're around, the more people know about you, the more they start getting jealous and hating. Yeah. So make sure, like I always tell you, make sure who's around you is really genuine people who root for you. Cause never was a time where we have to worry about backdoor. I call it backdoory. Like, imagine that. Yo, son, we going to the movies. Yeah, you hyping shit. Pop, 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 a back door. No, man. Even the mafia would be like, you knew. Hey, come on, take a walk with me. We're gonna jump in this car and we're gonna take a ride, okay? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, niggas knew, you know what I'm saying? It's always a debate. Good looking D-Lo, good looking Nene. What up? Yep, I got you, fire. They divided and conquered our yep, our conscience, our consequence. Yeah, people like you are bringing back to the humanity. Yes, TCB. They definitely look, and I feel mad. I feel sad that they definitely deliberately did a systematic breakdown and a separation of every. So, like I always tell people, back in the day, you were separated via religion and politics, and those two things we didn't talk out loud. So those two were out, and then the only thing you add was sports. That's it. That's the only thing that separated. And even then, we still weren't killing each other. We still were going to the game, and you could wear a Bears jersey in a green Packers stadium, destroyed or killed or murdered. I'm telling you, yes, we had division, but we didn't allow it to change our fundamental thinking on who you were. Just because you're opinionated and what you believe in doesn't mean you can't be a good friend to me. Just because you like Orange, Mr. Orange, and I like Mr. Sleepy doesn't mean we got to kill each other. You heard? Please understand what I mean. You know what I mean? And I know you guys do because I have a great audience that are thinkers. This is old school thinking for yourself and being opinionated. And then feeling like, yo, I'm in a channel where I could say what I want to say and not feel like, the host is going to come at me and make me feel dumb for saying what I want to say. Everybody has their own opinion and words, man. It's how you use them. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, man. Children should be, yeah, heard, but the young adults need to listen. Pump the brakes a little bit. Yes. Understand if you're 20 to 25, pump your brakes, listen to the elders, and understand we're not trying to hurt you, man. We're all in the same boat. You understand? It's just that on our boat, we figured out how to put an engine, got rid of those rolls, and we put the sail. We just figured out a little more stuff, and that's what we want for your boat. We trying to help you guys get to where we have to go. And not everybody goes the same path. That's the thing. Everybody trying to save everybody. No, everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own journey. Just make sure you're around people that fundamentally have the same, at least the same highway where you're on. You don't want to be friends and your man's is on a different highway. That shit going is not gonna match up. You guys are gonna go different directions and hate each other doing it. Be careful, man. Keep your enemies close. Yeah, man. Be careful. I have been on the other side when others have done for me. Yeah, Frank. It feels good, man. Kevin Durant, what's going on, Alex? It really is. I got to think like that more often. Christy, yeah. I'm 174 years old. Let's go, D-Lo. In the brainium, cranium, I got you, man. You've been through the field, hopefully. You get it. Many are called, but few are chosen. Yes. And it's I always say it's how you deliver, man. And I understand, yes. I sometimes purposely do this, like, first of all, this is my image. This is how I dress, right? But with the shiesty and shit, it really is cold, man, and my ears need it. But I don't have to explain. I think, I like when I could weed out the crowd that aren't just listening to what I gotta say, right? That they're just so tuned in with what I'm wearing as opposed to what I'm saying. But you know, it's a narrow path, TCB. It is so narrow. My dad always said to think like a warrior. Trust me, it made me who I am. Refuse to eat the shit they give us, right, Ned? My lady friend refuses to eat the bullshit. And let me tell you another secret why certain and have their own jargon. It's so you don't understand what's really going down. You understand that? And jargon is like lawyers and police, right? They have their number system and how they talk. And yes, your honor, and all this. They may like, you know what I'm saying? Even doctors, they all have their own jargon, so we could get misled sometimes into believing, what they saying. And all I'm trying to say is have an open mind and think for yourself. And I promise you, you'll, maneuver through this life that we call life. You know what I mean? Whatever you call it, some people call it hell. I call it earth, man. I like earth. EARF, earth. What up, y'all? What up, Sidewalk? How you doing, Pa? Welcome back. Welcome back. Please, thank you. Yo, Sidewalk, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend, yo. You young people don't realize we want them to win. Yeah, yo. Want the system tag, labeled, and butchered. Yeah, we want you to win. Yo, we want you to win because it benefits all parties. Remember, my wife, everybody grinded in their own generation so the older could feed, right? And we've been doing it smoothly for fucking over 50, 60 years. And bam, 2010 hit, and we just got into just a group of folk that just want to complain, don't want to work, think they know better, you know what I'm saying, wasting their money on frivolous shit. We bought trolls, but the only reason we had 300 of them is because they were $4, a dollar. You guys are buying Labubu shit's $800, and yo, the worth is worthless, man. Remember that whole summer? Niggas was Labubu'd out. And what happened? Capping. Labubu said, yo, I gotta retire with the money you gave me. Deuces. But yeah, man, we wasn't really a consumer. Like, we used to go to malls and have fun, right? But I don't think we were really consumered out, especially not trendy. Like, if something was like, oh, look, everybody got the what was that called? The Stanley Cups. Oh, look, niggas went crazy, man. You break my heart, you're going to absolutely pay. Yeah. See, that only bring hurt in the heart. I'm still scarred from it. People, I hoped. Yeah, and then I understand that. The young people don't realize we want them to win. Okay. And yo, Ned, that is such a honesty to say. It's like, a lot of folk don't understand when you say something, not pouring your heart, but like you say something that has, like, I read that with like, man, that sucks. Cause you help people and they don't, like, and they fail. And it's like, damn, why? Like, I don't know. It's just the pain that it's like a resentment mixed with, like, I want to break your face, but then leave me alone, like. But yeah, like, be careful who you choose to help. That should be another thing I should say too. I should advise people, be careful who you choose to help, because a lot of folk turn into the scammy, I'm getting over on you type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, word. Thank you, Fire. At this point in my life, I began to focus more on myself, and my immediate family came help. Yes. And a lot of folk don't understand what that means, man, because these young kids don't even understand that they're giving up their attention to other entities, even if it's TikTok, even if it's brain rot, even if it's doom scrolling, even if it's Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite. They divulge a lot of hours onto these things, programs, platforms, devices, right? And that is a scary thing, because time will go by and you're over here giving your time, your energy to things that aren't, they give you that little dopamine, but it's not a forever dopamine hit, man. And it's a beautiful thing to say that finally I'm concentrating myself, my family, those that care for real. And people don't get that. It takes time to figure that out, because you really do put a lot of, eggs in your friend's basket. You really do feel like this friend is not going to do what, people say she or he might do. This friend is not going to do me dirty, because look, we've been through ups and downs, right? But no, man. A lot of times it is the friend that lines you up. A lot of times it is the friend that knows a lot of information about you that try to destroy you. A lot of times it is the friend that tries to destroy your whole shit, right? And it sucks, man. That's why I understand some I had for folks that never divulged any information. I used to be like bugging out. Yo, why you never bugging out? Yo, son, I just stay me, man. Yo, I don't want to deal with shit. Motherfuckers try to get at me and stab me in my back, and I gotta blow a nigga head off. And I'm like, I understand that, pa. You know what I'm saying? But I was always Zay Dollar and not understanding what he said was a jewel. Be careful who you put yourself around. Be careful who you say, that's my friend, that's my family, that's so and so. Be careful because it's scary now how quickly motherfuckers will line you up. It's funny how quickly motherfuckers are talking behind your back. It's funny how you could just lend $1,000 and the person that lent 20 is they best friend. Make it make sense, man. And it's almost like I want to hurt you because you're so nice or you're so good. Like, what the fuck is that about, man? If I put all into you, don't screw me over. You are prioritizing in perfect way, Christy. Thank you, Fire. Same here, Christy. I'm such a loyal Taurus, so it hurts me badly. It does. Say it, it is weird that I've never really had those issues. Nah, Sidewalk, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing you don't, and just make sure whoever's around you and you got your team and keep it like that, No new friends is kind of real, man. Because it's sad to say when you bounce around homeless or you just you try to befriend people that you think, hey, yo, we in the same stratosphere, we dealing with the same ups and downs. You ain't gonna do me dirty. And yeah, some folk do you dirty, man. And I'm not saying that happened to me a lot of times, but I do know of a friend that I considered a friend that backstabbed me. And you know what I mean. I'm glad, it's always those I'm glad I knew now, you know what I'm saying. What up, D-Lo? May 5th. Yeah. Yo, shout out to May. You know, Mother's Day coming up. You already, man. Shout out to the ladies. Nene, I'm a Taurus too. Zay, okay. I got you, Sidewalk. Yo, I'm happy for you, Sidewalk. That, you know what I'm saying? Stay up, huh? Okay. Nene, a Taurus too, but I really pray to guide the good people. My life boundaries are so high. Royalty is loyalty, but I will walk. Yeah, yeah. It's one of those real, like, yo, I would give you the earth, right? But as soon as you cross me, boom. Now you wondering what? Whoa, that quickly? What? So that means you never loved? No, that just means I loved you a lot. But if you play with me, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, everybody talk your stuff, man. Like the old saying says, never put all your eggs in one basket. Yep, Frank, that's a factory, man. I can't put my anger aside. Fire is called get back. Yeah, I won't sleep until it's finished. Yeah, and that's what I was saying before. And then they fire, let's go, fire. But yeah, man, sometimes you have this like not like I said, not resentment. I don't want like to throw words, but yeah, man, you feel this like, yo, what the fuck you did that to me for? I was really a good person to me. You ain't do that to that nigga, that motherfucker. Okay, man. That motherfucker was fucking your wife, man. You know what I mean? Like, but it's all good, baby. But I hope you guys take my what I'm saying and use it as like some type of, a gem, like advice, man. Like, okay, just make sure. And then me talking, you might notice the people around you now. Oh shit, my man is only around every Friday when I get paid. Or so and so, man, they always nice when I lend them money, but when I don't, they chew me up. It's like, okay, you see these situations, these relationships, But just be careful, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. I wish y'all better than what you got in life before, to be honest. Good looking, Sidewalk. Yeah. You know what I mean? Nobody a general over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not at all. Not at all, man. It's cold. I got my shiesty on, man. And this is one of, camera, fucking camouflage. Yo, and they don't even understand. Yo, back in the days, I don't know why, but there was this era where they were, everybody was wearing these camouflage, the blue, black, gray, or this one. But the pants, it was like these pants that had these little things on the side that like tightened it. It had no belt loop. It was like it tightened from there, chook, and it was these like it was the fatigue or the all black or the all blue, or it was almost like the Cali, the Chucks. You know what I'm saying? The khakis they wear. But in the East Coast, we were buying like the fatigue joints or the blue fatigue or the orange. You know what I'm saying? But I remember in like 97, 96, 94 maybe. There was this era where I was like, Ma, please, I need a pair of these fatigue pants, man. Like every but shout out to camouflage, man. If you know how to put it together, you know how to put it together, brother. You know what I'm saying? What up though? What up though, man? What up though? What up though, man? What up though? Got the plant, you know what I'm saying? Plant life. You know what I'm saying? Yo, wifey did it. Shout out to my wife, man. Love you, babe. With the lights. And mind you, like I said, we painted this so you could just get a piece of chalk and just do your thing. I don't know where the chalks are, but yeah, man. Got the energy, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I just wanted to, you know what I mean? But in fact, Zay is always fly. Good looking, Christy. Thank you, thank you. And yo, you know, I tell people I haven't bought clothes in so many years, but I'm from New York. It really was called the fashion place for a reason. You know what I mean? A lot of New Yorkers. Remember, we walk a lot. We don't drive. So you could choose to not have a car. So, being outside, you want to walk, you want to be fly. You know what I'm saying? You want to look good. They always say dress to impress. Always remember that line, you know what I'm saying? But and it wasn't for other people. You were doing it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to look fly. Look, like I always show y'all the baby pictures. When I was a young lad, man, I always dressed, you know what I mean? For the occasion, let's just say. And remember, I'm from the generation where I went to Catholic high school, so I had to dress up in uniform. And then when you do your communion confirmation, you got to throw on the suit. When you go to weddings, so we were very close to always wearing suits and slacks and shoes. Still, you know what I mean? I swear I must have been warrior during June. Yeah, let's go, Nene. I could picture that, Nene. I'm reincarnated Christian. Yo, talking shit. Yeah, can I share this? I've been in a situation where someone felt like I did them dirty by doing right by myself. Sidewalk, talk to us, man. And that's always something that I hate the manipulation of it, right? Like I hate that I'm doing right by me. I'm sorry that it is somehow, put you in a weird category. But this is my life, man. You know what I mean? Always care for you first. Nobody's gonna hold your hand. Number one, and number two, if your parents die, no, they got no safety nets, so you gotta do it. You gotta get off. You know what I mean? There's very few places you go when you're lazy, man. That's homeless, jail, dead, or like it's a messed up world, man. Type Z equals Z autocorrect. Yeah, that New York outside, I thought it was L.A. No, I am in L.A., man. But if you're looking at the my videos online, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a lot of New York shit, a lot of videos, you know what I'm saying? I'm from born and raised Brooklyn, New York, man. Can I hear talk to us? Nah, but yeah, this is definitely California right now, man. But what's going on, D-Lo? What up, Fire? Say you have a wonderful wife, soulmates. Yeah, man. She a great energy, great person. Love her to death, man. Not that I did something to them, but that they felt I was disloyal because I didn't agree with something or just wanted to take my own time. Yeah, yo. Yo, Sidewalk, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Yo, Sidewalk, let me tell you, man, that happens often because people feel uh like loyalty means over morality, meaning like you being my friend means like we go all no, man. It means look, if there's a time and a place, right? There's something that I disagree with, I'm allowed to do that. And as my friend, you have to understand that. That's what a friend means. You know what I mean? Like a friend means, look, like you say, man, like, yeah, man, yo, but salute to you, man. I hope you got out of that and you work, make sure that person ain't around you, man. Yup, sidewalk, same here. Use make me feel guilty. They do that. I said that. That's like manipulation, right? Making you feel guilty for your decision, making you feel like you're not the team player. No, I don't like that, man. That's the friend. You shouldn't make me feel like that, bro. I saw a few people yesterday in the movie theater wear Jackson jackets they got from their parents or family member. It was so cool. Younger crowd enjoying. Yes, Frank. And that's a beautiful segue, man. Look, man, the flip is that's why you got to understand why they tarnish music because music could bring us together. Unk and Young, YN and Unk together. Why music? Michael Jackson, it was that's a great segue, man. That's a great statement. Like, yo, look, I'm out there and they wearing their uncle's jacket and they doing the dances. I remember I saw a video. My man was like 24, look like, and he in front of the joint, in front of the screen, doing all Mike's joint. So shout out to the youth that and that's what I mean. Why music to me was such an important thing. Yo, good looking on almost a 20 fucking thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Domo arigato. No more say all that good stuff, man. Hearts up for you guys, man. They got you, Nene. Now I have to go see the Michael Jackson. Nene. What up, man? Let me know when you see it, man. They sold it. It was, man. It was dope, man. Shout out to the MJ movie, man. It's a must. Good looking, Frank. Good looking, Frank. How's the baby? LM. You mean my grandkids? They good. Thank you for asking. But yeah. No, he wasn't. He was the first to try to tell on these elites until they turned the tables. That's a fact. And yo, one of the funniest things I love is when Paul McCartney tells this story verbatim. He goes, I'm chilling with Michael Jackson and I start telling him about masters and publishing and owning your own, right? And then I tell him that in a few months that the Beatles catalog is going to go up for sale and I'm thinking about purchasing it and blah, blah, blah. Go figure. MJ took all of that. That's why you got to listen to your elders. He took all that information and what did he do? As soon as it went up for sale, he bought the Beatles catalog. Shout out to MJ, man. So that's a perfect story to let you know when listening works in your favor. Sometimes it's good to listen, everybody. It's great to listen, in fact. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I love these stories that end up like in the favor of the team I want to win. You know what I mean? So when I'm listening to MJ's music, I almost like not dropped a tear, but I felt pain because I was like, he was only 50, such a young soul we lost, such a good the things he brought to us. When you listen to his music, the connection he wanted with humanity, what he was trying to say, tell us. He was like you said, he was fighting the elite. He was like, his music was like pain and words, man, and you feel it. And his beat selection, everything about MJ was just solid, man. And he was a perfectionist. He didn't not, do the moonwalk until and then you find out they had those little nails so he could do his whole performance, man. I wish I was able to, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Shout out to MJ, man. And what bothers me too is he was doing that on the verge of that comeback tour, and that you know what I mean? It's like, damn, man. Yeah, I got the MJ is. What's going on, Jack Verse? What up, Jack? How you doing, pa? D'Lo Brown, I have to agree with you. It's up there with Thriller for sure. Oh, let me see, D'Lo. The Smooth Criminal video is too great. It shook me to the core. Yo, what up, D'Lo? You fit right in, D'Lo. What's going on, pa? Yeah, Thriller 2. Yo, Frank, D'Lo, I don't know if you guys saw, but they had the side by side, the 1980 joint of Thriller, and then they showed the rendition that was in the movie. Word the mother, pretty good on the choreography, man. Pretty damn well, man. Like, doom, ch, doom, ch, doom, ch, did it, did it, ch, ch, woo! Let's go, MJ. Take it all the way, ma. Yeah. I found a dead possum in front of my yard this morning. Yeah, man. Hopefully, maybe another creature left it. Remember, like they always say, when a cat leaves a mouse, is a present. But yeah, you know, possums get a bad rap because of how they look, but they really just they want to do their thing and go. You know what I'm saying? They just hungry. You know what I'm saying? But they just got that face on them. You know what I'm saying? That marsupial. But yeah, possums are fucking big, man. Yeah, dig up a little thing and put that possum. I bet money you're gonna see flowers grow from that, carcass. Yeah, he was definitely born to move, man. Sliding through to remind y'all Jesus love you. Thank you, the bully. God bless you too, man. Yeah, Nene. Yo, people don't understand. That was one of the very few artists that I was in front of the mirror, little kid. My mother bought me the leather jacket with the zippers. I tried to do the dance, the moonwalking. I don't know how. He was just that moonwalk. I couldn't do it. It looked like I was skipping backwards. Like, yo, man. Like, it was just. And then on and off the court, I loved that off the court, even though he was very private, what you did know was he had the Netherland ranch. He had a monkey, you know what I'm saying? He just seemed like a cool dude, man. But and then like a lot of folks say when they did like bump into him, either you didn't know how to act because he was just like royalty almost, or and he always brought you down to like, yo, I'm just a human, man. What's up, man? How you doing? It's me, Mike. My leg is healed up. That's Jack. That's what's up, pal. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, man. I'm glad you healed up, man. I didn't forget though. I didn't forget. I should have just said something, but I'm glad you healed up, man. Michael Jackson did not play. Michael Jackson stopped Eminem's roasting not through a counter rap, but by using his business power to acquire the publishing rights to Eminem's music catalog in '07. Wow, that's crazy. Jackson was paid whenever Eminem performed. Yes. Yo, people don't understand how he was still in the game, man. And if you don't know, type in Michael Jackson featured on tracks, and he did a lot of features that a lot of or folks put him on, posts after, with just his lyrics, whatever, man. Shout out to MJ, man. And then we put on like some Prince too, and then we went into like other like the silver tones, I think they were called. We had a great ride going to Los Angeles with just like dope old school mixed with some little Durkio Drake. But yeah, man, video which mocked his legal troubles, plastic surgery, and yeah, man. And folk don't understand. Random 1984 when that Pepsi commercial blew half his face off in real life, it left his skin pigmentation off. So he had a, I guess he bleached the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I really heard what's going on. MD, how you doing, Pa? Hope you had a good weekend, man. Bully, that's crazy. I was good at moonwalking until I broke my leg in football. Then I had a pin walk instead. Yo, shout out Bully, man. Shout out to you, man. Man, thank you, Fire. I appreciate all that information. But yeah, Fire, man, that Pepsi commercial, man, not um such a foul situation that happened, man. Such a foul situation, man. Nene, I would definitely pay to see you dance Thriller. Ah, hell yeah. Can I do that? Like start a GoFundMe, yo? Imagine. Then they gonna get to the bank, man. A lot of folk want to see that happen. Probably still got a nice little leather jacket. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, they were wild. Yo, remember this is 80 something, man, when that choreography of dancing. Remember Jackson used to love to dance. So even in what was that which is the video where he wore the white suit? Is that Smooth Criminal, man? Yo, or the one where he's walking and the block is lighting up. Woo! Or the one where he's like yo, he's just like, yo, surrounded. Yo, shout out to MJ, man. Word to mother, man. I remember when MJ hair caught on fire. That was wow. Bully, that shit was super wow, man. That's a fact. Then here, you know how to hate on Fonito. I was good at moonwalk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are the world song hits the heart. We are the world. Yo, and then he got another joint where he's talking about like dun, 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 like trying to like everybody just come to get yo. He has a lot of heat, and mind you, all his shits went diamond. If you don't know, whoo, Michael Jackson did not. Yep. I'm catching up, sliding through to remind y'all, Jesus, good looking bully. Okay, I'm catching up, everybody. Yeah, his hair caught on fire. Yup. 1984 Pepsi commercial. That's a factory. I don't want to buy a Smooth Criminal suit and look, because when people expect me to dance, I won't be able to do it. But yo, fire ass, you ain't lying, man. That Smooth Criminal, man. Smooth Criminal, man. What an amazing performance, man. For real, for real. And like, at the time, you're just like, yeah, this is Mike, perfectionist, right? But then, now that I'm grown, you know what I'm saying? Now I really understand where my mom's was when she dropped tears. Why my mom still got the vinyls of him. Why, she loved Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. And of course Mark Anthony and Frankie Negron and todo gente, tú sabes. Pero damn, man. 50 years old, man. And when you think 50, that's such a baby, man. Meanwhile, Henry Kissinger lived to 99. It's like, make it make sense, man. I would have switched them niggas quick. Tiny hats are responsibility, everything that happened. Yep, bully. Let's talk about it, but not talk about it. White with blue shirt, I believe. Yes. With that blue, that was a nice blue, man. That was a nice blue with the white tie. I know you think he's a serial killer, but he's not. He stole his family, killed people, his gang. He died in the hospital after his second surgery because he had a panic attack. Then they had no idea. Yeah, that was Vonito. Thank you, Jack. He was and remains a legend. So grateful we had experienced him while he was alive. Talk that shit, fire. Talk that shit. We got to experience the man while he was alive, man. Good times, MJ. Remember, he like transformed all the time, man. Like from 80s, with the kid and his fam, and then to the 90s with the Beat It and the Who's Bad, and his hair was that was my and then he did the what was the video he did? What was it with Whitney Houston? Who was he did? Like what was the one with the Egyptian? Remember the Egyptian shit? Yo, my son was like this. Ooh, doo-doo-doo-doo. Shout out to MJ, man. Man, that's so sad. Wait. Bully, that's when we got a brace for the pain, for the burns. Yup. We can live the longest. Yup. That's exactly why he was already hooked on that heroin, man. Nene, that's so sad. I don't know if you know the Rabbi Skumali is, but I think he's involved because he was always around Mike and his doctor. Wow, Bully. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand. Yo, it's like a spider web, man. Everything connect. Everybody was in his pocket. Everybody had a reason for him to die. Everybody was doing something greasy to MJ, man. I never heard of him, Bully. Remember the times? Oh, remember the times when we first met. Remember the times when we first met, girl. Oh, yeah. Yo, woo! That nigga gave us some joint in 90 something. Woo, man. That was like 99, right? 98, something like that. But he was still, remember the time when we fell in love. Mm, baby, baby. Yo, get it, see, Nene? Yo, one of the greatest, nigga. He is the greatest. He really is, man. When we said he was the king of pop, and every country, every little province in this world he went to, people were faint. They loved him. That is an amazing feat to have, man. And I'm so happy he got to live that. But I'm also you could live long enough to become the villain, man. And I don't like that about America. Like there's never an old guy that's just old. Like even fucking when um John Wayne died, or they pull up, oh, he was racist, or fucking the other guy, he was James Bond. Forgot his name. He had a cool name, but when he died, he used to hit women. It's like, yo, like, can these people just rest? Can Grace just be leave? Like even Elvis, man, they had to mess up. Like they said, yo, Elvis. They said my man had like fucking a month worth of dope, like, because he was on them ills, man. Michael had such a childlike spirit and aura. He definitely did, man. Did y'all know when I had a bullet surgery, I died for a year and still survived? That's God bless. Damn, Jack. Shout out to you, man. For real, for real. You know? And once again, just like I said with Frank, I hate when people say something and people don't think, yo, if that's what he's saying, I'm gonna take it for what it is, man. Yo, salute to you, still being alive, man. They, when you sing Michael Jackson, his love is flowing. Yeah, good looking fire. We all got flaws, bully. We all got flaws. They try to drag motherfuckers through the mud after they gone, man. We all have flaws. Some of us got skeletons in our closets. Some of us wear our emotions on our sleeves. Some of us are just human. And that's the thing about humanity is you're allowed your mistakes. You're allowed to reconcile. You're allowed to repent. You're allowed these things. So why can't we just move on and let somebody move and just be, man? We don't have to, you know, whatever. And I hate that sometimes it's always men because I love when Dave Chappelle, I think, had a skit or Bill Burr, where he was like, the person that owns Chanel, that lady, she used to date, Nazis and shit. And I know at the time it was for her to get out, but hey, it's just, she did that, like, but whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, we all got floor facts, Billy. We all knew Whitney was on crack, but no one has replaced her yet. Nobody. And that one hurt too because I wish, you know, something about Rage. I don't want to say it, but I wish we could have just like held her and helped her, man, because it affected her voice. It did so much bad, man. And Bobby, man, for Bobby to be, when you're with somebody that does the same drug as you, it's the worst relationship because it seems like it's love, but you guys are just doing it to get high. You know what I mean? And I don't that's a very dangerous combo, man. You know what I mean? Because if you like, if you don't know, trying to get supply for you is enough. Imagine trying to, I gotta get for two. And I don't know why. Sometimes I feel like women, their tolerance for drugs is a little bit higher. You know what I mean? And they go win exactly, and they never will. Yup, nobody will replace that. You know what I mean? One of my favorite songs is when she was like, the one about, and only if only four yous had dinner, I found the credit card receipt. Only two of yous had dinner. Oh wait. If only four yous went to dinner, two of yous must have been cheap because I found the credit card receipt. Some shit like that, and it was like thump 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 bum dun dun dun, and dun. Yo, that song is crazy. I forgot the name, but Whitney killed that shit, man. Shout out to Whitney, man. And once again, if you follow Whitney, Prince, Michael, all these great artistry, right? They had messages in their music. Everything was laid out. It was meant for you to, love each other, be happy. You know what I mean? She shouted out the women. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, she had a lot of hits too, man. A lot of diamond hits too, man. Judy Garland from The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, man. It is bugged out, man. I even saw, yo, check this out, man. I even saw this joint on the Little Rascals, right? They used to give the little black kid like a sedative to calm him down because he was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I want to play. They used to give that dude a sedative. They said when he got older, his hand, you know what I'm saying? Like I saw a documentary on the Little Rascals. I used to, you know what I mean? Like shout out to the Little Rascals. If you don't know the Little Rascals, man. Yeah, alfalfa. I always used to do jokes like, look at your hair. This shit look like alfalfa. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Hold on. What Bully say? Yeah, what we okay. Bully, I hear you, but they dragged and tried to crucify him. Yep, I don't like that MJ's mugshot shit. That never happened. And yo, I heard those police were running around with his like little weed, not his little, just like dick pic. Like I heard they were wilding, man. I heard those police were wilding, man. Even when Kobe, I heard died, they had pictures of him. They was passing around of his dead court. Like yo, police be wilding sometimes. Man. Go check out my short right now, my video, man. Why you not wrong? Yep, I was just voicing my opinion on that, but I can't go too in depth. Yes, they deleted my last channel because I spoke up on certain issues. Ooh, I'm gonna just be careful what you say, right? Whitney should never have hooked up. Yup. And then folk don't understand. Yo, her legacy could have continued, but her daughter went out too, man. But I love me some Bobby Brown. Yup. What was his joint? New Edition, right? And then yeah. New Edition, man. And remember, he stood out from everybody because he knew how to dance. He was very out there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hey Zay, how's your day? What up, Jack? Everything's doing good, man. Thanks for asking. Good looking, everybody on the 22 thumbs up. We got 93 minutes on everybody. I appreciate the crowd. You know how we talk. You know what I mean? Always positive, always, nostalgic, always messages involved. And yeah, we that type of people, man. And I appreciate that about everybody. You know what I mean? And some channels be fighting trolls and wasting a whole day doing nothing, We always accomplish something. We always have something to say, you know what I mean? And go figure when shit hits the fan or, when I monetize, go hopefully somebody could, make a compilation documentary like, yo, this kid was, his group was really talking, man. And, it's good to talk, communicate. Communication is everything, everybody. But thank you. Nobody want to get flowers no more, right? Oh my God, Bully, I'm so sorry. Nice to meet you though. Yeah, Bully. I won't. Yeah. Oh, I'm catching up. I know damn well some managers behind the scenes was responsible. Yup. I'm gonna jump on the damn phone. Yo, remember that little Xan dude? He said his manager used to give him Xanax. Like, thank you for asking, Jack. Michael Jackson died from his beautiful music. That's a fact, man. MJ was a real old school game. That's a fact, Bully. And yes, he got Elvis's daughter, man. No, people may forget that one. He was with Elvis's daughter, man. Shout out to MJ. He knew. Remember, he was with Cleopatra. He knew. He was royalty, so he also wanted royalty. That's why a lot of folk were like he gay, cause he's just not messing with everything that move. Motherfucker, yo, before you used to have standards and you stuck on them. It don't matter if they every they throwing toto at you. If that's not true, that's not true. But he definitely liked that royalty toto. Bobby Brown with yeah, let's go, Bobby. Hey, yo, I love you. Woo. This is one of my favorite high octane spaces. Dream team in operation right here. That's a fact, fire. You already. You know what I mean? What up? What's going on, Paul Brown? I just want to say what up. What up, Paul? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna deliver that fire. Definitely gonna get that mod ship. You know what I'm saying? You know. I also said, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna work on Frank. You know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna do a fire. You know what I'm saying. I just just tomorrow. You know what I mean. But that's what's up, Paul. I hope you had a good weekend, pa. Everybody, hi, Paul. What up, Paul? Paul, one of them ones. You know what I mean. I gotta finish installing this water heater. Thanks for the vibes, love. Yo, Bully, go do you, pa. Yo, good looking, man. I appreciate your time, your energy, and yeah, man, Bully, have a good day, man. Thank you for yeah, your energy, man. Appreciate you for real. And yeah, have a good one, man. Good looking. Peace. Everybody say later to Bully, man. Bully one of them ones too. Yeah, thank you, man. I don't even have to say shit. I already know my peoples, man. I gotta finish the storm. I got that. Okay, I'm catching up. No, Nene, I couldn't be a mod. I love you just being honest. Let's go, fire. I'll do it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, Frank, and everybody that just keeps coming on the normal. But later, Bully. Have a great day, man. For real, man. Yeah, word. Be safe. Be safe, pa. Damn, I'm gonna have to hit you up when if I get a crib with the yeah. Shout out to Bully, man. Knowing his, you know what I mean. Always good to know, your hands and how to, fix things and maneuver. It save you a damn good penny. I'll tell you that one too. Even mechanically, knowing how to, drain your own oil and you know. But yeah, man. Thanks everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do. I got another 3 minutes I give, and then what I'm saying. I'm probably gonna go do some laundry or whatever. But yeah, man. Good looking, everybody. Yeah, fire. Always. That's another thing, man. Me catching up just means like the flow of the conversations. You know what I'm saying? It's nonstop too. We don't stop on, oh, there's a troll or something. It just flows, and everybody says something that always offers more for the expansion of our conversation. That's another beautiful thing. It's like things that either I knew or didn't. You know what I mean? Information. I always would tell people, information is all, man. But it's always good to know stuff. You know what I mean? And factual. You know what I mean? Factual. You look like a Pakistan. Yeah, y'all some alaikum salam. Yeah, man. Shout out to my Yemenis, the Palestinians, my cousins. Wallah Hadin. They always used to tell me, Wallah Hadin, say you one of us, man, and just hug me. But yeah, shout out to my IDBs, man, for real, for real. Always hard workers in New York City, they be in them stores 24, 48 hours, man. But yeah, shout out to the IDB community. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, but wallah, I love my IDBs, nigga. Salam alaikum. You know what I mean? Cuzzo. But shout out to you, Retro. But yeah, man, I'm glad everybody appreciates my channel. I'm happy that this is a place where you guys could go and feel free enough to just be y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I dig that shit. You know what I mean? And this is exactly why channels should be made. A channel for where you feel like the world's getting at you. Let me go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why I got this slot? It's almost like I bring back TV God days, like Monday through Friday from 10 to like 12. I'm a catch $8. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody for real, for real. Because once again, I just be speaking to a phone. You know what I mean? Thank you, Nene. But if I was a mod, I would slow down. So, okay, free flow. But honor for the suggestion because it's a great team. Thank you, thank you. That's what's up, fire. I still might do. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, Retro. If that's the case, man, you're gonna have to wait. I believe 3 more years. If your birthday's this year, maybe two. But think about that, Retro. Be careful because we are going into harder times, and they might use the Army and Marines and various, forces more. But if you want to serve our nation and do just that, salute to you, man. Just know that the job is they're going to break you down to bring you back up, discipline, responsibility, and turn you into a stronger person, right? But just I hope you have a strong mental to deal with what you may see or what you may endure, right? So I hope you have a strong mental because some people come back and they're broken. So just be strong, and if you do, I'm still gonna be here. And if in 3 years that's what you decide to do, I'll be here rooting you on, man. Salute to you, Retro. But Wallah Hadeen, Salam Alaikum, and Alaikum Salam, Kazo. We try fire, nobody talks the real anymore. That's a fact, man. I come here and it's safe flight lives thanks to the team. Thank you. No problem, fire. For me, Frank, Nene, Christy, Darius, Black, caffeinated fishing, Ulysses. We had, what I mean, like cool breeze, fire. Now we got what I'm saying, D-Lo, you know what I'm saying, Bully, Paul, Jack, you know what I'm saying, Harshana, Hellboy. I'm just good, you know what I mean? I'm trying. But I definitely have a dope community that always, consistently Ethan, that, you know, 23 like Z, good looking everybody. I appreciate everybody, man. And if I wasn't, I'm trying to do a good 12 o'clock and then end it. But once again, thank you everybody. You know what I'm saying? I've never been to the USA, but I really love the nationalism there because out here in Pakistan, corruption is way too much. I understand that. And I want a place like America where I can fight and get paid and save people. Yo, Retro, if you ever do make it over here, I promise you that's exactly what you will manifest if you believe in that. You understand me? Don't get distracted. Come here and do exactly that. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you things will be good, man. Because I understand, a lot of folks don't. We talk so much shit and complain, but we don't know a country could be like when it's really, dictatorship and everything you do is watched under the eye of them. You don't really have internet access. There's a lot of, So shout out to you, Retro. Keep living, and I hope you get to your dream, man. That's what's up, Frank. Part of the crew. Thank y'all. Low, you already, man. CZ. Nobody remembers names in other chats. Yeah, man. I try my due diligence for real, man. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I always recognize was like, yo, folks want to be, felt and heard. You know what I mean? And, you know, why not? What the fuck? Thank you. Yeah, man. Exactly. And that's why there is real foundation happening here. Yeah, man. And we got quality folk, you know what I'm saying? That all from fan bow to like, like even I forgot her Quaris World. I'm trying, and but we just have I even say homeless doctor, but yeah, man, we have a cool crew, man. So I try to like remember and understand what you guys say too, because I always storm me. I bring up, you know what I mean, her 5-year-old Christie's kid, you know what I mean. So it's always good to remember and really be genuine about it. I think when you're trying to be a badass and cool and things go in one ear out the other, and then your genuine connection looks and feels fake. And I think people see that now, with all these other streamers. But I'm glad that, I'm resonating. It's 12 o'clock. So I'm going to just do one of these. Yo, everybody have a great day. Peace. Have a good one. This is a great Monday, great discussion as usual. And yeah, man, everybody have a great rest of the day. Enjoy life and stay positive, man. Peace. Zay Dollar, random. We outside, we inside, we everywhere. You already, Nick. What up? Have a great day, y'all. Peace. Bye, y'all. Later, y'all. Bye, everybody. Thank you. No, thank you. Hearts up, man. W's in the chat. What up, chat? Yo, good looking, man. Peace, everybody. Have a great day, man. Tomorrow, same time, same place. You already, you know what I'm saying? Good looking on hitting almost 30 ball. And I think we had a great one. We had a dope conversation today. Shout out to MJ, man. This is gonna be out to you, man. I'm gonna have the MJ. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Bye. Later, y'all. Yo, D-Lo. Be good. Bye. Yo, take care, everybody. Have a great day. For real, for real. Zay Dollar. Random. Peace. We out of here, man. Thank you, Fire. Thank you, everybody, man. Go check out that Michael Jackson movie, Nene. Later, yo. Bye, everybody. Later, y'all. Peace. Thank you, everybody, for real.